Hey everyone, good to see you. Just popping in real quick for the writing accountability update from May 11th. I gotta say, I am loving this video accountability plan. I think I said this before, but today was a really busy day. I'll tell you about that in a second. But I thought, you know what? I've got to open up the laptop and do some of these edits because I gotta do a video. And I didn't want to say that I did nothing today. So I'm pretty excited that I thought up this daily video as an accountability mechanism because I was struggling with how to do it, because when writing the first draft, it worked to say I've got to do 1,000 words a day and hold myself accountable for that. But I didn't have a clear kind of numerical mechanism like that for editing. So the video is working out awesome. If you guys are working on a project like this or a book or something, I'd encourage you to give it a try. Think about it because it's actually fun too. But anyway, busy day here. Several interviews actually. This morning I interviewed a couple of folks from the New York Life Foundation about some really exciting new initiatives they have. I'm going to tell you guys about them. Well, it'll be on next week's show. I know I said I'm doing encore episodes in May, but I'm going to make an exception for this discussion because I think it's really important. They've put together a fund. It's kind of like a disaster relief fund for healthcare workers if they die during this pandemic, to help support their surviving spouses and children and dependents with some grants and disaster kind of grants like that. So I will let them tell you all about that on next week's show. And they also have a free download book separately for children's grief in general. So I'll also talk about that on the show next week. But that was a cool interview this morning. They're doing such terrific work there at the New York Life Foundation. And then I actually it's like 9 p.m. now. Is it 9 p.m.? Yeah, it's 9 p.m. Just hopped off an interview that I did on someone else's podcast. So this podcast is called Cause Pods. It's pretty cool, actually. So the host interviews a different guest each week who's doing some kind of cause-related podcasting and asks them to share a nonprofit that's related to the cause that they're podcasting on. So in my case, I shared the National Alliance for Grieving Children, and he asked all kinds of questions about childhood grief, about that organization, about my podcast, what I'm trying to do, my story and all that. So that was a terrific discussion, and I think that'll probably be up next week, so I'll be sure and share that with you guys then. And I've got another interview later this week on someone else's podcast again too, so I'll tell you more about that later. But I did just want to pop on here real quick and give you guys an update. And I almost didn't give the writing update. So I did get on and do a whole bunch of editing. So entering in the chicken scratch notes that I had made in my printed copy and sort of typing those changes in to have the first revised draft. So I've finished entering all of those for part 1 of the book and part 2 of the book. Part 2 is the longest, actually. Just have a little more to do in part 3. I think I'll do that in the morning. But I'm really happy with the progress there. So anyway, that's all for tonight. Hope you had a great day today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.